It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Tyrone Lowe. Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. I'm your host. This is another T. Lowe Video Productions, and I am very excited this evening. I have in the house the real Carmen Brown.
Hey,
Welcome to my show, The
Tyrone.
Legends.
Thank you so
Carmen
much
Brown.
for
How are
having
you
me.
today?
Glad to be here.
Good
Finally,
to see you. Finally, I
me.
got you here.
Yes, yes.
You know, let's talk about Carmen Brown. Let's talk about the beginning of your career. How did you get started, and who actually inspired you?
I started in church when I was about 4 years old.
Okay.
I wanted to sing in the choir.
All right.
And the kids were all older. And they said, "Get out of here. You're too young to be in the choir."
Okay.
But I told my older sister, and she said, "Come on, put you right next to the choir. You go ahead and sing." And so from there, I just continued singing with the church choir all the way through school, entering and winning talent competitions,
Okay.
and right on to almost becoming a professional singer.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell the viewers, where are you from?
I am originally from Plainfield, New Jersey, born and raised, and I'm currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I believe
Yes,
you
exactly.
have
Yes.
a dual citizenship.
You know, I've been
as well.
following you for a long time, and you're a great singer.
Thank you.
You know, and
Thank
being
you.
the house head that I am, I really did acknowledge you, and I'm very excited to have you here. It's been a
Thank
long
you.
time coming. I finally
Yes,
got
sir.
you here.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
and yesterday you had a show out in New Jersey, and I heard it was
Yes.
very epic.
Oh, wow. We had 110-degree weather out there.
Okay.
It was very hot.
Okay.
But yeah, the crowd showed up and we had a great time performing. That was my first time performing in that type of heat, but
Okay.
we really enjoyed ourselves.
Let's talk about some of the producers that you've actually worked with. I know there's quite a few. Can you just give us a few?
Do you mean current or past?
Past,
Or both?
current,
Or?
you know, whatever.
Oh my gosh. I started out with a gentleman by the name of Paul Simpson.
Okay. I remember Paul Simpson.
You do?
Right,
Yeah, he had Serious Intentions, You Don't Know.
Exactly.
Oh, oh, oh.
Anthony Malloy.
Anthony Malloy.
All right,
And then he
okay.
had Symphonia, and that was
Okay.
me. A lot of people don't know that, but I was
Right.
Symphonia on Atlantic Records.
Okay.
And then Warner Brothers for
Okay.
a short time.
Yeah, Anthony Malloy was here not too long ago. I did a
Really?
tribute to Boy Jarvis.
Awesome.
You know,
I
and-
know. I did a track with Boy Jarvis.
Right,
Yeah.
and we did a tribute to him as well. You know, he was acknowledged as one of the greats. You know, may
Boy
he rest in
Jarvis.
peace.
Oh, he was
Wasn't he
phenomenal.
epic? You know, so and who influenced you as a singer? I mean, to really sing, you know, as far as
I used to hear my sister, who was never really, she never pursued a career in singing, but I used to listen to her, and she
Right.
would play records, and she was about 14 years older than me.
Right.
So I would listen to her and try to mimic her.
okay.
Yeah, she never pursued a career in it, but and there's a few singers in the family. My dad had a voice who never pursued a career in
Wow.
it, and kind of listening to him,
Okay.
and I just enjoyed it, and I thought I could sing.
Right.
So when my mom would take me into town to the shoe store or whatever, I'd be right there. Can I sing my ABCs? You know, and trying to blow it.
Okay. You know, being the artist that you are, you're quite inspirational, especially when you're in your music and being in the house realm. You know, it's very exciting to hear that you have a gospel background.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
on two sides, but I wasn't always in gospel. I started out in club and
Okay.
dance, R&B, did a little hip hop, right? But I got the call from the Lord
Okay.
that He wanted me recording gospel and inspirational.
Okay.
So I feel like it's my assignment, my calling is to inspire, uplift, and try to win souls to
Okay.
Christ.
Let's talk about some major labels that you actually incorporated into your life as far as your career. Can I hear some of them?
Sure, sure. I've been signed to Atlantic Records for 2 singles that made it to top 10 in the Billboard chart under the name Symphonia. And then I did a whole album with Warner Brothers that became a write-off.
Okay.
I wrote a song that went triple platinum for artist Diva. I don't know
Okay.
if you remember her, but Musical Freedom was her biggest
Okay.
record worldwide. And then This Is a Warning, I was on the background of that. Love or Lust, which I didn't get credit for, but you know, that's how the industry can go if you're not careful.
Okay.
So
What would you say in your career was your best performance and where?
overseas.
Overseas?
Yeah, I've been to Austria, Italy, Germany, Holland, England, Finland, but I would have to say Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a massive
They showed
crowd.
you a lot of love.
A massive crowd, like some of the festivals that go on in New Jersey and around the country, Chicago.
That's very good. You know, if you had to take this to another level as far as helping people and suggesting to other people that's just coming into the industry, what would you say to them?
Read. Pick up a book and read. Like, don't just take what people say for face value, because you have to know the industry, and you have to know, because you will get ripped off at some point or other, but at
Okay.
least know what you're going to get
Okay.
ripped off about.
So let's
It
talk about some
happens.
other producers that you've actually worked with.
Derek Ricky Nelson, Ace Mungeon, Joe Flame.
Okay.
And I think you know some of the
I
artists.
know
that
some of the
he's
artists of
produced.
they've been on my show. They're Crystal Lavelle, Kesha Link. You know, those are my girls. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
Matter of fact, I'm playing in Coney Island September 1st, and they're going to be out there doing a live
Oh,
performance as well.
awesome. Okay.
And stuff,
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome,
so,
awesome.
and,
yeah, they were just there. I think,
Yeah, but
recently.
the problem with that was they didn't get no footage.
Oh.
So this time I'm going to actually do that.
Okay.
It's going to be kind of epic. What we're doing a drive for school kids. You know, to put
Mm-hmm.
we're giving away books, backpacks, and things of that
Oh, that's
nature.
nice.
So we
That's
sort of like giving
awesome.
back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be one of the featured DJs there. You know, along with Frankie Paradise.
All right,
And,
Frankie Paradise.
Yeah. And my man Christian, he's also going to be there as well. He's a tech head.
Yeah.
And it should be really epic.
I've only been to the Coney Island events once, but it was a great house scene.
Yeah.
When I was there, I was like, wow, I'm feeling this. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would love to work with you. I mean, definitely, we talked about it, and I feel that it would be something quite epic. You know, I'm actually visualizing you in my studio right now, just
Awesome.
doing something epic. You know,
Have your people call my people? My
oh, most
people call your
definitely.
people.
Oh
we
yeah,
can get that
definitely.
thing done.
We'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know, as you project yourself, where would you want to be 5 years from now in your career?
Winning, on top of the game.
Okay.
Winning, yeah, and all over the world.
Okay.
Yes, here in the U.S. and abroad.
All right. So you said that your best performance was in Italy, and
I did a lot of work in Italy.
Really?
With
Any producers? Any producers?
Sister Act. I was with the gospel play.
Okay.
Sister Act.
Okay.
I was also with a few large bands that played all over. With Sister Act, though, we got to play at like Carnegie Hall type
Okay.
venues.
Right.
Awesome.
So are you pursuing like an acting career now or anything? Would you like
I did
to?
a little acting.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so I was called by a friend to come and be an extra. Carmen, have you ever worked on a movie? And I said, no. Would you like to come and be an extra? And I said, sure, I'm not busy today.
Right.
And I went to be in a movie called Belly as an extra. And Hype Williams saw me and he said, hey,
Hype,
I can
yeah.
use her. And he gave me 3 waivers, which allows you the opportunity to try out for any movie.
Right.
Right, and so what happened? And so then I went with Grant Wolfley, and I started working for Law and Order, Third Watch, and The Sopranos as an extra.
Okay.
And every time I would go out, the director would want me to do a little bit more. So I thought you know, and I had already got the call, I think, by that point,
Right.
to do. Oh no, it was at that point when I prayed, and I was like, Lord, you know, things seem to be doing really, really well with the acting. Maybe I should go back to school
Right.
to maybe work the music in with the acting, but do the acting and then bring the music in. And God spoke to me and He says, I want you recording gospel. Because I said, which should I keep up with the R&B or should I do the acting? God said, I want you recording gospel. So that was the first call I got. And I went out with Sister Act, the gospel play, to learn, you know, about a little bit about gospel. And I met a few cats and they gave me a few tracks. But then I went back out with the New World Gospel Ensemble. And this is my testimony.
Okay.
I went out with the New World Gospel Ensemble and ran into a big group and they said, hey, we like you, we saw you, we want you to come live in Austria. You know, it's a great opportunity, it was paying well. I didn't have chick nor child at the time, and so I almost put what the Lord told me in the back of my brain. And I went out there and I worked and I lived. And it was a good experience, but it was kind of lonely there in that part of Austria when I was working. So I got a short break, and I came on home, and someone right away asked me to direct a day camp. So I went in there to do that, and then liked it so much for that summer, I went into the office and applied for a job. And then I conceived my son, Isaiah. And so there was no more music for a short period of time. And I was working for the Department of Corrections, and I was doing good there as a teacher's assistant. And one day my boss came to me and she said, you're doing such a great job. Why don't you think about getting certified? And so I prayed about it again. I said, Lord, what would you have me to do? And before I could get up off my knees, God said, I want you to do what I told you to do. But by now I was living in a different state, and I had, you know, benefits, and I had bought a home and a nice car, and I got a son. And I doubted God. I'm not going to lie to you. I doubted. I was like, I almost had the neck rolling and everything. And I said, I said, really? You know, no way. And I said, if you want me to do it, you're going to have to do it. Well, sir, it wasn't 2 weeks later when I was coming from an amusement park with a neighbor, coworker friend. My son was in the back seat. My girlfriend and her husband was following us. And when we came from the amusement park, we were all really tired. So I put my seat back. My son was knocked out. So the driver fell asleep. The car hit the divider, flipped over 3 times, hit a rock wall, and was facing traffic. Right, and at that point, I didn't know if, you know, we all know that time is winding up. You know, we feel that we're in the last days. So, you know, I was knocked out. And I didn't know if the world was coming to an end or a tractor trailer was on top of us. But I wouldn't open my eyes. I could hear him hollering and screaming. And I just said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And the car landed on its wheels. I still didn't open my eyes. I could hear the gentleman screaming to the top of his lungs, oh God, oh God, oh God. And oh my God, I fell asleep. And I didn't even think of my son. I just, you know, was like, what has happened? And am I alive or dead at this point? So finally I did open my eyes and look down to see if there was pain or feel if there was pain, and there was no pain. I could just feel my toe throbbing. But I'm the only one that was trapped in the car. So we had ambulance from 2 cities. Traffic was backed up 3-4 hours. The helicopter, the news was there, and I got carried to the hospital. But at that very moment, I knew that I needed to follow God's instruction for my life. And I haven't looked back. I've been recording and putting out songs and videos on television and radio since 2010.
You know, with that all being said, when something like that happens, how do you feel about life now?
Very serious about that calling.
Okay.
Very serious about, because we all have a destiny, and to actually ask and hear what that destiny is, that means a lot. A lot of people don't know what their calling is.
So let's talk about some current events. What you got coming up? Anything you want to leak out to my viewers? Let's talk about a few things like that.
Well,
I'm sure y'all want to know. And producers, she's hot. So if you want to get with her,
that's right. Facebook me. Call my manager, Lionel Leach. He's also on Facebook. Get in touch with us. Yeah, we're open for events. We have a signed agreement for the Poconos coming up, opening up for Jessica Reedy.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember her from, Gospel Sunday's Best.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think there's a boat ride or something that's coming up in September. I'm not sure if that's with Sutan. What else we got going on? Is he still awake?
Yeah, I guess he is. Well, still in all, you got good things coming. I'm sure events will be posted.
Yeah, we have a whole calendar of
That's
things.
good.
I want to be on the DJ Dan show Monday. I'm recording a video from the performance on Saturday.
Okay.
And at Dan show. So I'm not going to tell the whole
Well, don't tell.
the
You don't have to do everything,
storyline.
but just keep them guessing.
Yeah.
What I want to say is that I'm very, very happy to have her here.
And I was going to say the same thing.
And also
Thanks for
to share
having me.
her strength, hope, and experience with my viewers. And let's talk about your contacts. How can people get in contact with you?
Oh, I'm on Facebook. Instagram would be Carmen01 on Instagram. Twitter is 0101 Carmen. And they can also reach me through my website, which is therealcarmenbrown.com.
Okay. And there it is. We have the real Carmen Brown. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much.
And showing
for
some
having
love.
me. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Come back again. And also, Carmen's going to do a live performance for us. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Get out here on the corner. I told you, you don't need to go here. This is not gonna do anything for you. You need to be out here with me.
I'm tired. I can't take anymore.
You got to be with me, woman. I told you. What are you doing? No. Don't you go in there. Don't you go in there. Don't I say,
Get away.
come on. Don't. I told you.
I'm ready. I'm done. I'm done.
Good tired of you, woman.
I can't take anymore.
You're lying. You're the
I can't take anymore.
I told you, come on.
No, I'm not going to.
Come here now.
A change, oh, a change has come over me. He changed my life, and now I'm free. He washed away all my sins, and he made me whole again. He washed me white as snow. A wonderful change has come over. A wonderful change has come over me. Lord, you changed my life complete, and now I sit at his feet to do what must be done. I work and I work, and I'm gonna keep on working it until you come. See, I'm not the same old Carmen I used to be. No, I'm not where I wanna be. 'Cause I've been changed. You see, I